Yesterday we picked berries. We've been gone for 3 days visiting family in Sun Valley, and we picked one. You see a tray up here? Right there. 2, 3, 4 trays of red raspberries that we put in this freezer, and there's a larger tray of berries that we put in another freezer. So 5 trays of berries. That's at least 6 gallons of raspberries in a day, just from the Canbys and the Titans, and a short row of Himbo Top. Okay, so we're going to take this first tray. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, we're going to take these trays out. They've been in the freezer overnight, and that's plenty of time to freeze the berries. The temperature is minus 5 degrees in here. And we'll put them in their ice cream buckets. You can see how we've stored the berries in the ice cream buckets. There's 2 deep there, so 2, 4, 6 gallons so far this year. We put in ice cream buckets. These are 1 gallon ice cream buckets, and then on the top or front or wherever you want, we label Red Raspberry 2020 Himbo Top or Red Raspberry 2020 Canby, so people can see the difference and taste the difference when they're thawed. Let's pull these out, and we'll go put them in their buckets. Okay, so we've got a couple of trays here and some buckets lined up. This just takes a minute. You want to maybe tap them just to break them up just a little bit so they don't stick together and break up. You don't want to break up the berries into little teeny tiny pieces. You want to keep them as large as you can. And of course, not leave them out very long because they will thaw. Raspberries contain a lot of natural sugars, so when you freeze them, they sometimes don't freeze very solid depending on the temperature that you have them at. See how that just comes off of this parchment paper, like a waxy cooking paper or parchment paper. This is one of the smaller trays. I thought we had 5 trays, but I think there's only 3 of these smaller ones and 1 larger. And you can see the larger tray is a little bit bigger than the smaller one. But that's all I can fit in this bucket now, and still be able to really get the lid on without squishing anything. Maybe a little more. We might be able to fit the whole thing in there. I'll try. Like that. So if a berry falls off the table and hits the ground because it's frozen, it splits into 1,000 pieces. And you don't want a mess on the floor, so I'll pick it up. They get gooey and messy. Okay, that lid will still fit. That's 1 gallon. That's perfect. Let's do this larger tray. I'll shake them up just a little bit. These are all Titan and Canby, summer bearing. I have a tray of just Himbo Top, and we'll label them so. These are 3 and 4 berries deep. Okay, that's good for that. We That's 1 gallon. I may have filled this tray a little bit deeper than the other one when we picked them. These were just picked yesterday. Today is the 7th of July, and we're just starting to pick the Titans, and the candies have only been going a week. So we have so many berries that next year I'm going to pick out at least 1 row and possibly 2 rows of raspberries. There's only so much room in the freezer, and you can only eat so much. We also pick lots of strawberries, remember, so there needs to be room in that freezer for the fruit. Okay, so this didn't quite fill another gallon, but almost 2 gallons of berries on this one tray. Very nice. And we'll change the label from strawberry to "2020 Titan" on that one. And since they're all mixed up, we'll do 2020 Candy on this one. I don't think there's a lot of difference in flavor. Some say the Titan is a little bit more tart. And we'll get these into the freezer. Okay, we have our other 2 trays here. We'll get these. Oh, don't do that. You want to jump off the table. These were stacked a little thicker on this tray. Since last night, some of the bottom ones aren't quite as frozen as the others. Okay, that's full on after that one. I haven't decided if this is the himbo top tray or this other one. Almost can't tell, but I believe this is himbo. So the himbo top started before any of the rest of them by a few days, and they'll actually finish up this week. In the next week or so, we'll see them starting to slow down. That's a lot of raspberries. So all raspberries produce small ones, but without any effort, the himbo top produce a 4 and 5 ounce berry, whereas the Titan are going to produce a 3 and 4, and sometimes you get a 5 ounce. But with the himbo, sometimes you get a 6 ounce. See, they can be a pretty good sized berry, especially if you tend to them properly. we did not tend to these at all. I did not stake them up. I didn't prune them. I didn't do anything to them but let them go this year. And that little 20-foot row that we're picking from is going to come out this year because at the end of this year, because next year we will have a 60-foot, yeah, these are himbo tops, I'm sure it is, because a couple of them were on the ground and there's a dirty one right there. Yeah, nice size berry. That's 4 ounce, 5 ounce, a couple of 5 ounce. There won't be any 6s. The 6s are hard to find, but we did find one and measure it. Yep, nice, that's good. Cross off strawberries and put 20 himbo. 20 candy. Okay, we need one more container. You may not eat this much ice cream, but you might find a school who uses ice cream, or a daycare center, someone that uses ice cream, they can collect up these buckets for you. They stack very nicely and fit so nicely in the shelves of the freezer. There it is. Another half gallon. So those 2 trays, 1, 2, 3, and together these 2 halves make 4. A total of 4 gallons from those 2 trays. I'll keep them separate. So this half gallon is a himbo top. All right, off to the freezer.